Hmm. All right. I decided to go live while I do this. So I'm just gonna kind of finish painting the second coat on my Kirby while I wait for some people to show up and hang out with me. Just gonna kill some time by doing his second coat. I was just in here and I was like, you know what, screw it. I want to go live, take some questions, hang out. Because, like, why not? So currently I am redoing my Kirby nails. I really liked the ones that I did last week. And I was so sad because I actually did them with the pop-off method, so I did not get to keep them, but for like a couple of days. So I decided I wanted to do Kirby nails again, but I wanted to do them just a little bit different. So, like I said, I'm just kind of waiting for everybody to kind of get notified that I've gone live while I sit here and paint the second coat on Kirby. And then we'll do his feet and his details. Like I said, just quickly painting that second coat on my other Kirby real quick. And we'll do his details. Yeah, I was just sitting here in my nail room kind of bored and everything like that. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll come on here and I'll hang out with y'all. Because I tend to have a lot more fun in my nail room when I'm actually live. So I was like, screw it. Okay. Now, quickly, I'm just going to get some of this off this side. Alrighty. I'm just going to kind of remove some of the excess from around his feet so you can see the indents a little bit better. There we are. Alright. Real quick, we'll just pop that in real quick. Alright, everybody. Hi, y'all. What's cooking? Hey, guys. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe. Let's get some of those likes up. I got about maybe 25 seconds left in that lamp, and then we'll get on to some of Kirby's funner details. Like I said, I was just sitting here in my nail room doing my thing like I normally do for my nails, but I was like, you know what? I'd like to go live and hang out and talk to some of y'all. So, yeah, feel free to conversate with me. Give me something to do. Alrighty. Yeah, so these were the inspiration for our nails. Like I said, I really liked the Kirby nails that we did last week, but again, I did them with the pop-off method because I wanted to be able to keep them and display them in my nail room. To do Kirby nails again, but we're doing them just a little different. Just a little different. All right. So, let me get some of my hot pink out here for his feeties. Alrighty. Here in a minute, I can show all of the products that I use. If you guys are interested in the colors or the products that I use, I can totally show you those here in a minute if you guys are interested. If not, we can just keep going on with the nail art. Okay, so real quick, I'm just gonna do his little feeties. Yeah, I decided this time around I was going to do too many little Kirby's because I thought they were so cute on my nails last time, and I was like, you know what, let's just make them a little bit more bubblier. Like he's supposed to be. Alright. One little feety. Not easy getting to the underside, but still doable as long as you're patient. There we go. Alrighty, I'm gonna get in here just a little bit more. There we go. Alrighty. His feet. Alrighty. Second set of feeties. And if you guys prefer music, I can always take some music requests and put them on my Alexa. So if there's something you'd like to hear during my lives, you can always put in a little request. But I wasn't sure if that also made it harder for y'all to hear me and be able to talk and all that. So just let me know. Okay, let me make sure. Ah, absolutely adorable. Okay, so we're going to pop his little feeties into the lamp real quick. Dry those. Again, y'all, please feel free to hit that like and get that little like counter up. Helps me out a lot. Helps me out too if y'all like to subscribe. Then I can actually notify y'all of when I go live in the future. Most of the time on my lives, I'm either doing my nails or I'm doing press-ons for clients or future vending events that I do. I do vend my press-on nails at certain events just because I like to get my name out there to more of the drag queens and the performers. I do vending on the side. So, yep, I tend to go live a lot, especially for my press-ons. I actually just did this really awesome freaking Pop-Tart set. Gotta have freaking some back to school, inspired sets going on. Yup. But today I was like, let's hang out and do my nails. Okay. Now it's time for his eyes. Okay. Got my tiny daughter. Ew. There we go. And then over here. And then I'm going to take my tiny little brush and make that one a little more rounder. There we go. Alrighty. I am going to make these just a little bit longer though. Alright, hold on. Sometimes the light gets right in my way and puts a clear right where I need to put my brush. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to mess up while I'm doing this. So I'm just fixing my dimensions on those eyes real quick. There we go. There we are. How adorable. All right, I'm going to pop those in for 30 seconds, and then we'll move on to his mouth real quick. I'm just doing a quick cure because we're going to be adding other detail and popping it back into the lamp. So it'll get fully cured along the way, and it just kind of helps save time. Alrighty. There is that. Real quick, we'll add his little mouth features. We're going to do... I'm going to do like a little open mouth on this one if I can. Actually, no, I'm not going to be able to. I don't have enough room between him and his legs. So real quick, I'm just going to take my handy dandy alcohol. Wipe that off real quick. And we'll just do a tiny itty bitty little smile on him because we just don't have enough detail room between the two. So we'll do this. Let me make sure I'm in view for y'all. I kind of made him look creepy. Actually, I don't like that. I think we will go back to using our mouth. So I'm going to do it this way with this technique is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the tiniest drop on the tip of my brush, being very, very careful. There we go. All right, let me get back in view for y'all so you can see that better. Again, tiniest of dots on the tip of my brush for this. Right about here. There we are. Absolutely adorable. Aren't they just so cute? Okay. Yeah, we're okay with that. So we're going to go ahead and pop that just back in for 30 seconds real quick. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my brush so we can get it ready for the next color. Because I'm going to pop some little whites on his eyes. Just to make him a little bit more cuter. And then we are going to go ahead and pop his blush on his cheeks. Because we all know Kirby has some little flush cheeks. Alrighty. Put you over here. There you are. Alrighty. Take my brush again real quick. Really? What about, honestly, is the way they make most of these brushes double-sided, and I swear those caps get so annoying when they come off the back. So very annoying. Okay. Again, the tiniest of dots. Here we are. How cute. Alrighty, and then real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and add a cute little detail before throwing that back in the lamp too, just to help kind of save time. Alright, now here I'm just gonna, actually, do we want to place it there? Yes, we do. Alrighty. So I'm just going to put like a little tiny star right here. I'm going to place that dot, and then I'm wiping off my brush. So that way I'm dragging. Okay, so let me make sure this is straight. Alrighty. Alright. Alrighty. How cute. Hold on real quick. I'm going to make one of my lines a little longer. There we are. Alrighty. Just placing a little star. We might place some little beads on either side later, but we'll get there. Pop that in for 30. All right, Alexa, play I Like You Best.
Here's I Like You Best by Ella Red on Amazon Music.
Alexa, volume down 3. There we go. That way you guys can still hear me and it's not too loud. Alrighty. There's that. Oh, that's so cute. Alrighty. Now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to do some of these little stars, but we're going to do them on the index and the pinky. So we'll get on that at this point. Yeah, that might go on with thumb. We might do that with thumb. All right. Once again, I'm cleaning my brush. Alrighty. Hands between my legs. Trying to get your breath. Alrighty. I love doing these stars, but man, they're a pain in the butt to get the dimensions right sometimes. Oh, shoot. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Hold on, let me fix the dimensions of this off camera just a little bit. Actually, no, there is no fixing the dimensions on that. I screwed that up royally, y'all. Okay. These top ones are very hard because of the way the light just shines right on it. So let me just try and do this real quick off camera. Easier. How it's supposed to look. Whew. Like I said, these are not the easiest to do, is the little cartoon stars, because they have to be more rounder than actually pointed, I guess is what I'm looking for, word-wise. Okay. And the way I have to bend my finger, too, to make the angles work is fun. Alrighty. Now we're getting there a little bit better. Almost there. Almost there. See, almost there. Now we just got to finish one more arm. Get the dimension right on that. And then this one is ready to dry. That is such a cute star. And then when we add its little face, it'll be even cuter. It'll be even cuter. But I think I do want to make it just a smidge bit bigger, so let's try and do that. We'll add a little bit more to the center. I'm going to drag this down a little bit more. Alrighty. Alright, let me fix the dimensions real quick. Make sure all arms are the same length. Alrighty. Getting there. Just need to make one leg a little bit bigger. Alrighty, I lied. I got one more leg to make bigger. Alrighty. Almost there. Almost. Like I said, these things are not the easiest to freaking do, so sometimes I have to do them off camera because, as you can tell, how much I'm having to bend my hand in odd ways just to actually get the angles right to get the bottom of the stars. So, let me kind of show you my contortion going on. See what I mean about the contorting? Okay. Damn you, glare. Alrighty. Now I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that now. There we are. Our cute little cartoon star is larger now. I wanted them to be larger on the top of the nail and smaller on the bottom, and I was going to use blue and yellow, so. Alrighty. But we finally got that little stinker done. Yeah, little round cartoon stars are not the easiest, but they're so adorable and they're worth it. And when you're doing like an old Nintendo style set, you gotta have the old stars. I mean, they're just iconic. They're iconic. They may be a pain, but they're worth it. They're so cute. So cute. Again, please feel free to